After Armstrong's one small step for man, support for U.S. space exploration dwindled from both the government and the citizens. The principal driving force, fear of Soviet domination in the space race, has all but been vanquished. The public increasingly grew concerned about the large amount of taxpayer dollars funneled into missions with objectives that seemed distant and pointless. As Richard Nixon took over in 1969, he retracted the agenda of his rivals JFK and LBJ by slashing the enormous budget of NASA. This, when combined with the harrowing failure of Apollo 13, caused Apollos 18 and 19 to be cancelled, as well as two of its sister Skylab missions. Government oversight made it clear that funding of space exploration will be contingent on missions making significant scientific discoveries. To fulfill this goal, the Space Shuttle program arose to the occasion in the 80s, achieving significant scientific progress at a lower budget due to the reusable nature of the orbiter vehicle. Being able to deploy and maintain spy satellites on demand, the shuttle also managed to snatch a big piece of the defense funding budget. Under the shuttle program, the International Space Station was assembled over the course of 13 years, marking humanity's biggest and greatest scientific experiment. The Galileo and Hubble Space Telescope missions were also shipped to space by a shuttle, revealing strange new worlds from within and beyond our solar system. For all the amazing breakthroughs made possible by the shuttle, however, it was subject to fundamental flaws that stem from the pursuit of low cost and reusability, flaws that took the lives of 14 astronauts. A similar crisis happened in 2010 when the Constellation program was canceled by the Obama administration. The ambitious manned program demanded 4% of the governmental budget and promised to return to the moon by 2020. In response, NASA outlined in its annual spin-off technology report the wide array of applications that its scientific discoveries brought, as well as the large number of jobs created by the pursuit. The GPS network, which powers phones, planes, and emergency services worldwide, would not be possible if we did not spend billions launching and maintaining hundreds of satellites in orbit. The discovery and tracking of near-Earth objects serves to warn and prevent the total destruction of our planet. And of course, the search for extraterrestrial life attempts to answer the eternal questions of, is there anybody out there? Where do we come from? And where will we go? The establishment of labs in space has led to progress in other scientific fields as well. One of the greatest achievements made in modern diagnostics is partly spurred by the experimentation of extremophiles in space. From studies of hot water springs and geothermal vents, we know that certain microbes tolerate and even thrive in places with extreme heat. When astronauts brought samples of these thermophiles on board the ISS, they had the opportunity to run DNA experiments directly after exposing the microbes to extreme heat and radiation. During these experiments, they were able to observe the efficacy of enzymes produced by the microbes in synthesizing DNA under high heat, up to 95 degrees Celsius. This enzyme is highly suitable for medical labs, which uses polymerase chain reaction, PCR, at high temperatures to denature DNA, allowing rapid, automated detection of pathogens like COVID-19 and HIV, as well as genetic mutations in clinical samples with high specificity and sensitivity. This thermal stable DNA polymerase allows doctors to make fast, accurate diagnosis of infectious diseases and autoimmune conditions, saving countless lives around the world. And not every discovery is used in labs and planets far out of our reach. Here's something you can touch and feel right at home. In the 60s, the Ames Research Center sought to improve protection for aircrafts and spacecrafts in the event of a crash. They looked at active systems like airbags and parachutes, but they eventually settled on something more passive. What if the walls were made out of pillows that can cushion the impact and reduce injuries? Under a contract program, the Research Center developed what would be known as memory foam. The material, made from polyurethane, not only absorbs energy from impact, but also improves passenger comfort by evenly distributing their body weight. The foam deforms slightly to match the body contour of the user, and returns to its original state after the pressure is released, hence the memory part. This material has since been incorporated in pillows, mattresses, saddles, and of course, fighter jets. Since time immemorial, humans have longed to explore the world around them, sometimes at the cost of their fortunes and lives. Back in those days, people went on adventures and quests for treasure, glory, and fulfillment of their curiosity. In our own time, explorers of the universe, while still curious, maintained a sense of selflessness and duty. Years spent training, risking their lives to complete missions that seemed aimless and arcane. Yet, by illuminating the darkest reaches of the cosmos, they ultimately bring light to the lives of billions here on Earth.